Lord, I'm needing more
So, folks, again, I'd like to say welcome to the program, The New Beginning. Today is 20th, the month is June, the year remains 2026, and I am your presenter. My name is Rufus Berry. I'm here on Kia Radio, Kia FM 95.9 FM. We broadcasting to you live from Central Moravia around the UN Drive, opposite the BTC Barrack, or one may say right after or opposite one of Liberia funniest high school, the grade Allison. And this is the program, The New Beginning, you are about to listen to. But I like to say hats up to you wherever you are getting me from. I like to say good morning. I like to say good afternoon. I like to say good evening. Whatsoever way the situation is, we say give it to God. Last night there were too many wakes in the various community, and today some of you are on funerals of your loved ones, your family, your friends, your well wishers, maybe your neighbor in the community, somebody that was so precious to you. You are probably in the church or to the various cemetery burying those people that you and them were together yesterday, but on the other side, they have gone somewhere else. But God said into it all, we should say thank you to Him, be a good, be a bad, negative or positive. Jesus said in it all, we should give Him thank you. We should give Him thanks. He said, if somebody died, somebody, what are you crying? Somebody will say thank you to Him. If today's your birthday, you will still have somebody that will say thank you. So He said, whatever situation life bring to you and I, we must always be on the front page to say thank you, because it's just all part of life. We are not better than our brothers, our sisters, our friends, fans, our mom, our dad, who have died and are going to the great beyond. I believe, and I can always say, our cases are worse and more worse than theirs. But it is by the grace of God. It is not our rights, but it is by God's grace. Today, all of us are still alive. And into it all, He say He deserves all praises, because nobody is God, because He alone is the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end. There were too many gods who came, but they died. But Jesus is rose on the third day after He died, and He came. He said, I have the keys of death, that no one should fear death. It's on that note, we'd like to encourage you this morning, whatsoever way you're feeling, probably you are heartbroken, maybe you're not feeling too well, you're sick, into the hospital, or your relative is sick, and you're thinking somehow where to take something from to go so that person can be healed. All we have to do here is to say, take heart, take solace. Jesus is have all. Uh, he is the Alpha, He's the Omega, He's the beginning and the end. Check on Him. Always keep praying. Keep praying. Keep talking to Him. He alone is the problem solver. He can say, He the one that can say yes and no man says no. He's the one who promotes you, and men do not have any right to demote you. So, regardless of the situation, be a good, be a bad, all you have to do is to say thank you. Worship Him like you never did before. And one day, one fine day, your time will come. So I just want to encourage you this morning. And again, like I said, welcome to the program. This is the new beginning. The program that comes to you Friday, Saturday, without a Sunday. We bring you different kind of programs. Sometimes it's social, sometimes it's economical, sometimes it's biblical, it's religious. But today we want to look at the education side as it relates to the social aspect of the show. So let's take this one. We want to look at the program we brought to you some time ago. Our brothers, sisters, your children, the kids just got you with the national exam. What do you expect in return? Since they have already gotten through, they finished writing the test. What's your expectation? Because into anything you do, you should expect something at the end of the day. Probably, for example, tomorrow is Sunday. If you were to go to church right after service, you expect something. Or during the service, I believe that you took something from the church and you go home. So they went for the test. I'm told they sat for it for a good number of time, about 2 weeks or more, and they have gotten done with it. They finished with it now. What's your expectation? Your child were there, your children were there, they took the test. What's your expectation as a parent? What do you expect since they finished now doing the results day when the results have come? How you expect it? What you want the government of Liberia to do? What were some of those things the children explained to you during the time when they were writing the test? How do you feel? And what are some of those recommendations you want to make to us? Talk to me now on 0777-959-959, Even you, the students, you also wrote the test. There were some experiences you had. Some of you is your first time writing the test. Bulk of you coming to 12th grade, and you have the opportunity to enter the wire hall, the examination hall of the test of education, and you wrote the test. There were a lot of experience, I believe. There were too many challenges. Maybe the plotters, those guys who were monitoring you, probably some of them were receptive, and some of them were harsh. Some of them were kind of, not giving you the good face so that you can do your thing. What's your experience? Share with me. Call me on 0777-959-959, 0777-959-959. Let's have this discussion. 1:30, then I'm out of here. I'm awaiting your call. Call me now on 0777-959-959. This is Care Radio. Share your experience with us. Maybe your children are around. Your son went for the test, and probably he's not here, but you listening to the radio. But I do believe when the right after the first day of the test, he or her share certain experience with you. Oh, the teacher did this. The plotters, then they were like this, they were like that, and you know it. You as a parents, you home, or you the child, you wrote the test, share these experiences with us. Because what you doing now, somebody say you can sit on the old mat to plan a new one. The man now who or the person who will be promoted, or who was in the 11th grade that will be promoted to the 12th grade, they will rely on that your experience so that the next time he or her can say, oh, if John Brown did this, or if he has such experience during this time, maybe when as I am sitting in a 12th grade next year, I will try to do this so that mine on a day it can be like that. I believe that. I think it's a very good topic. So call me on 0777 959-959, 0777-959-959. Let's have this discussion on Kia FM 95.9.
So many people depend on me. So many people look up to me. So many people are counting on me. So many people are watching me. Some wanna see me go up. Some wanna see me fall down. Even if I fall, God please don't throw away me. Do what you want me to do. What I need is for grace. So many people depend on me. So many people look up to me. So many people are counting on me. So many people are watching me. Some wanna see me go up. Some wanna see me fall down. Even
some of them want to see me goes up, while some want to see me coming down.
Want me to do what I need.
But by the grace of God, I do still have strength, and I'm still breathing God's breath.
Lord,
the same God who brought me is the same God that can take me. Say your time is up.
that was
So call me on 0777-959-959, 0777-959-959. Share with me your experience from the wire you just from writing, or from the wax, from the national exam. What did you experience? How was it like?
be regret. Because of
What can you recommend
disobedience,
to the Ministry of Education,
you're in
the government of Liberia?
for 40 long years. All alone it was Moses going through all the struggle.
Was the test easy?
Alone
Was it kind of tough?
going through all the fasting.
The examiners who were with you,
It was the night of a team of pleasure. Yeah.
you as a student who was writing the test,
Complete.
how did you examine them? If you were to grade them, what percent or percentage will you give to them? What confidence do you have in yourself that upon the results when it come, you will walk in flying colors and you will be among the graduates? 07779599959 07779599959 is the number to call. Share your experience with us, students, parents, even you, the teacher who also monitor some of those children. Probably you were there as an observer. What is your recommendation to MOE, that's the Ministry of Education? 07779599959 07779599959 is the number, and let's have this discussion together. Let's hear from you on a weekend like this.
Suffering was in me. It was because of you. I couldn't fulfill my destiny. It was because of you. I'm gonna die without a faith in burial. Oh, people of God, let us pray for grace. Oh, Jehovah, grace for coming. Oh, Jehovah, grace for my pastor. Oh, Jehovah, grace for my fellow artists. Do what you want us to do, what we need. Oh.
So call me on 07779599959 07779599959. Share your experience with me. Share your experience with us. You just wrote the text, the national exam, referring to 12 graders who sat the wax, and just few days ago you got done. What was your experience? How you felt writing the test at the time, your very first day, or the second day? Maybe the first day was kind of maybe easy. Some people, the first day was easy to them. The second day been rough. And some people, the first day, the plotters or the examiners or the teachers, maybe the police were hard on you. You know the kind of experience you have. So will you mind to share with us that your brothers, your sisters, other guys that are listening, as they are preparing to also go in a 12 ray or have gotten in a 12 ray already, so that they can live on that? Let's see that. Let's take this question. Hello. Yes. How are you doing this afternoon?
Yeah, that's a good. Thank you. I'm following your program. I'm calling you for this year.
Okay. How is DJ doing?
Yeah, by God's grace, everything's come.
I guess you're following the radio.
Yeah, obviously, I'm following the topic.
Let's hear you.
So the children, usually everyone won't go for a public test with different IQ and different behavior. But the ones that we sent that went to another school, because they did not do their test in their own school.
Okay.
Rather, they went to another school to do the test with a particular school.
Mm.
Now, I want to my first recommendation is, if the school is leaving their own premises to go to another school, there should be no discrimination amongst the children.
Okay.
If you want to supervise across. But don't take your own students, put into another place, and then you take the other students and put in another place. Automatically, they will think that you want to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
That is one.
Okay.
But when I listen to the other children, they say, oh, people just making us scared. Wax, 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 wax. The same thing the teacher that was teaching, the same thing we saw. We say, yes, it's true because we're preparing you psychologically. We could not say the test will be easy and then you just feel relaxed. We have to put you on a certain tension so that you get to be prepared. That you, when you go in, you'll be able to engage yourself with a prepared mind. We don't want to tell you, oh, relax, the test will be easy. And the truth is that when you go and do public tests, it's just a matter of retaining what you have learned in the classroom. Public test is not different from your classroom test. From 10th grade to 12th grade are the very same thing the teachers will teach you, so you retain very well. Automatically, you make it pass. And some of them can rejoice and say, we'll make it by the grace of God, and I enjoy the excitement.
Okay. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Okay, so you heard him there making his points. You got him clear. Some of the experience he had, probably he's one of, or he is an educator, teacher. The children told him that there were some level of discrimination, meaning probably they didn't take the test on their own campus because some of the school they were opportune to have written the test to their own school, to their own campus, or let's say school campus. And like that, normally, sometimes people can say, hey, once people writing the test on the campus, they will come out good. They will come out in flying color. They will pass. But again, sometimes it can be so. The way you can think, so now you can turn around. Sometimes somebody can take the test on their own campus, but the way in which the test can be taken, it can be the kind of a way you can turn around. Maybe there can be no reception, meaning the people who are taking care of them during the test, they were not good. And so as they thought that because they were taking the test on their own campus, so they were going to come out good, they turned around. And then another thought there is, since we are not taking the test on our campus, but rather on different school campus, and now our teacher then going with us, that people. So we don't know whether it will be good. Those teachers then who going to be with us, whether they will be receptive, whether they will be the way in which our teacher they can take care of us. And at times you go with all kind of perception, but then you can also turn around to be positive. So you see how how it can be like. So he said sometimes there's somebody trying to explain to him because they never wrote the test on their campus. And then those guys, or the place they went, they were looking at the other people and they were not also paying attention to them. Maybe those students that they were looking at, they were on their campus that they took the test. I don't know. And but then the attention was on them than those other students who went on that campus. So in time like this or like that, as the children wait, there shouldn't be anything like discrimination, pick and choose. Treats everybody with the same breast. Like you're a twins mother or a twins father. You give the child the other breast, make sure you put the other breast in the other child's mouth. Do not give only one child's the breast or the titty. They put it that way. And so some experience such things, as he said, if I got him cleared. So what is your own experience? The other one, he said, people were making people afraid. Maybe the teachers, sometimes the police people. Like I witnessed one of the school campus I went to where there was a little noise where the police guy were there and the students say he was not even doing anything because the policemen were just standing over him and he was kind of afraid because the policemen too were making him afraid. And something like that. I think it was on Facebook, something like that. So sometimes that's why when we come here, like we can say, like for me, I can say not because we sit on the radio, so it means like we know it all. We need your ideas, and no one knows it all. I am not a custodian to knowledge. I was not on all of the campus. I wasn't on all of the campus or campuses. I was opportune to visit some schools, not all of the schools. So you were on some of the school campuses and you wrote the test. How do you feel as a student? What's your experience? What can you recommend? You don't know who listening to you. You don't know who following this radio. You don't know who might, from your recommendation or from your speech, from your statement, who is jotting down something, who's copying something, for your own good, for your own safety. And so that's why we always come to bring these talking points to you so we can get your ideas. And all of these things, we report them to the record state authorities. Yeah. So call me on 0777-959-959, Somebody can listen to your experience and build on it from where you fall or from where you rise. Yeah. Someone say every disappointment is a blessing. Where you got disappointed, somebody can get up from there. And where you gotten up from, somebody too can leave right there. Yeah. And the way the book can say, some people can say common thing like malaria can kill people, but sometimes malaria can be on you, and the way you treat it, it can go. So everything is just, it just takes the word God, the will of God. So what is your own experience? How you felt? Your first day in the hall, your second day in the hall, your third day. Some of those questions that were asked that you heard him, he said, the children said, they saw some of these things that were taught in the classroom over the time. There was nothing strange, nothing they brought in the text hall that they took from Zimbabwe, that they took from Sierra Leone, from Ghana. Everything they told you during your lesson, your active lesson period or learning period, you saw some of these things. There weren't anything strange that came forth to you on a paper, except where you didn't study like me. Yeah. You didn't make up your mind. You were not focused. But once you were focused, your minds were made up. Trust me. You trust yourself that upon the day of the result, or even now, when the result comes, you will succeed. But I believe that there were a lot of challenges. I know everything there, it was not just bread and butter. You experienced some things, other things. Share it with us. One way or the other, somebody told you to do certain things after you already did what you did before you could go for the test. There was something like they say flexibility fees. Somebody says stability fees. You did it. You went for camp. And we discussed all of that here before you guys went. If some of you can bear me witness. Okay. But then when you went there again, they still ask you for something. Yeah. Because of believability, you didn't believe in yourselves. And then you did the otherwise. What assurance can you give yourself tomorrow when the results shall come that you will pass? Even if you not pass. Somebody say the word fail is first attempt in learning. Will you go back? Will you not be deterred? Call me on 0777-959-959, 0777-959-959, I know today that's Saturday, that weekend. Most of you guys in the video club, you're watching the World Cup. But let's watch this one. Let's talk. All of these are all important. because it may affect you tomorrow. Be it you're not there again, or you're still there, or you're coming to be there, coming to be a part of it. So call me on 0777 959 959 0777 959 959. Let's talk. Let's hear you. How was it? Parents, what were some of those things the children discussed with you on the first day or during the test that you can recommend to mutual education, or you want to advise the other ones that are coming after them? What is your recommendation? How you felt when your child told you XYZ, when the children explain certain things to you about the school, the very school they trusted, that they felt could help them in the process, but the school let them down? How you felt? How you also felt when they went to you and told you as a parents that the teachers did exceedingly well to them. The plotters were very good. They examined them well. Everything was good from the first day to the last day. What's your own experience? How you felt? What can you still recommend? 0777 959 959 0777 959 959, or better still call me on my own number. Maybe you want to get my number, because some people, they can say they want to get my number to discuss other issues. Call me on 777 0777 35 35 41. That's my own number. The other day we came here, we were discussing about the same school business, and a parent complained that a daughter of his told him that the school she's attending, they prescribed a reading book. I think somebody in the sixth grade or seventh grade, something like that. And they told her to pay 80 United States dollars for that reading book, which was wrong. I don't know which type of reading book was that, but the school said the child should pay 80 United States dollars. And the child went home, complained to the parents, and the parent also intervened, and the school also still states the same thing. And the parents followed that discussion. He went to the MOE, Ministry of Education, and as he told me, it was here that we had a discussion before he disclosed it to me, and we followed it. And they were to ban, fan our school, but they appealed that such things won't be repeated. So when we come here to discuss these things, it's to your takes. You have to tell us. It's for your own child, or for your own children, or for you yourself. But like one of the callers said also, and I agree with that caller, how would they say such when some of them are also a member of those who also own school, and they're doing some of these funny things? So how would they call? Because all of them are in the same shoes. So they won't call to explain it, because the very thing you're saying is all truth. And they're doing these things that they know they're not supposed to do. So 0777 959 959. 0777 959 959 is the number you can call me on, and let's talk. It's 12:56, 1:30. Then I'll call you a day. But if you don't call, trust me, I won't be up to 1:30, because I'm here for you. And I want your inputs. It's because of you, Akim. I ain't not been for you. Trust me, I've been on my heart. I can say cool water. I said in my little water, the kind of Saturday that days. But I want to hear from you. I want us to share ideas. I want us to share the thoughts together. Learn from me. Let me learn from you. Let's learn from one another. Yeah. So that's why we are here. So we can get one another's view. So call me on 0777 959 959, 0777 959 959. This is Kia FM. Maybe you just tuning in. And you see the guy just talking. I don't know which one of the radio he's talking on. We are talking on your radio, the radio you normally listen to. Kia FM, Kia Radio 95.9. And topic we're discussing here is your expectations after your son or your daughter got through with the test. What you expect after the test that they wrote. Or their first day when they went to read the test, what was their experience? What did they explain to you? Yeah. Did they tell you good things, bad things, positive things? And if so, regardless of everything they said to you, what's your recommendation to Ministry of Education, to the Liberia government, to educators, the teachers, the examiners, the plotters? You as a parents, what can you recommend? Or even you, the students, you wrote the test. You had the shoes on your feet. You had a uniform on you. And your brains were at work. What can you recommend to your school, to your institution, that you saw other colleagues, other school students, that they both of you interacted? I believe on that day, some of you make new friends. Of course, you saw new people. You interacted with other people and you learn new things. You left your school like you heard a color, and you went to other school campuses to write a test, and you saw how gigantic the building were. And what can you recommend to your own school? Maybe you went in the school bathroom and you saw how good the bathroom was looking. And let's take this question. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, DJ Constance. Let's hear you.
Although I don't have any experience of a child going to write a test after this season, right? Okay.
Okay.
But here are some of my thoughts, especially for what do we refer to as government schools. You know, we travel and see that a place like Nigeria, see government school is the best schools. Government school is the best school. Where you have so many government school graduate, or perhaps government university graduate teaching private university, Lebaco University. Then the vice chancellor, or called the president of the university, the vice chancellor of Backup, is a graduate of a government university. Okay? Now, what happened there to get the children the knowledge to study, or to get the children the means of studying? Like, for example, you see, like, when there is a test, you see the teachers of GWKC, right? They will go to maybe Tottenham to give the student test. Then the teacher of Tottenham will come to a mature niveau and get the student test. Then the teacher of mature niveau will go to V12 and get the student test. Then you know that these students are really studying because the lesson is the same. So you won't have the teacher that you know come and give you exam or test. You have teachers that are strange, and then you find that the students study and get the best. But when you find in our government schools here, the same teacher that give the test, the teacher that give the note on the lesson is giving test. It gives the children the time of being lazy. You got to know they will cross the eye to run away. We say cross eye to one teacher. So please show me the first country in Southeast. They don't show. They don't pass. Then, of course, they have learned nothing. That's why you see most of the time, many of our students coming outside and don't know nothing. They don't have the military tested to graduate. They couldn't leave. So I think I would recommend a system in a government school to be, the government school is always the best school. You see many times, all the private school, so to say, they have maybe a high school graduate come back to the school to teach. No teacher experience, no teaching experience. They come and teach. So they just rest and let our in-school do. Our in-school, we have one teacher, I will not call him there, but I think he will be living by this time. You will get up test. When you get up test, then you tell everybody, look, you share your sheet. Go look at your correct answer. I will call it answer. Go look at your sheet. How will you get tests like that? They get the student. I take my test for and give you to correct me. Now you say that ready to me. Will you expect me or you to fail me? You tell me say, oh, the answer you gave is wrong. Do I correct it for you? You correct it. The students learning nothing. So for the government school, first, let's try, elevate the system of teaching in the government school and the private school. Let the education ministry go to the private school and make sure that all the teachers in the private school have teaching experience. You take a 12th grade graduate come and teach 7th grade or 6th grade or 8th grade. What have you learned? Apparently, he jumped one class because he came to teach. He teaching nothing. Now, what you see many times, the national exam or why I call what? You see many of the students saying the last season, they imagine 12,000 students went for one, and some reports say they were less than 2,000 that passed. How? So that what killing the school system today, my brother. That's one thought.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, so you heard DJ Constance there making his own contribution. The private school teachers should have teaching experience, and he recommend that the government school, they should elevate the school, make the school good, because according to DJ Constance, government school are always the best schools, as some of you can always undermine or look down on the government school that, government school doesn't teach. So DJ Constance is saying government school is always the good school, because most of your lawmakers, most of your representatives, most of your big people, they came from government school, they came from government institutions, and today they are somebody or they are good people. But at the time, sometimes you tell your parents that, I don't want to go to government school, do not send me to GW Gibson, RC Wilmot Gibson, or Tottenham High. Yeah. I don't want to go to Tottenham. I don't want to go to Newport Junior, and you just name them. Send me to any private school, but not government school. So we want to say to you here is, whether you go to private school, you go to government school, we want the school, you go to a Muslim school, it's just up to you. Yeah. You can go to government school, you want to be good, you will be good. They can send you to the best private school, and car carry you to school, car take you home. Nobody can wash your uniform. I mean, you can wash your own uniform. Somebody washing your uniform, they give you your lunch on time. It's up to you to make yourselves. I don't know what I'm right. So it's not an issue of whether we wanted the school is good, we wanted them is not good. They have some people in private school, they are better than other people in government school. They also have some people in government school or governmental institution or public school, and they are better off than others in a private school. So it's just life. Yeah, it's just life. In another word, our social lives, all are living today. I don't know if you will take this. They get some people now as they are working, where they're working right now. Some people making 75 United States dollars to their job sites. And then they have some people that are making 200 United States dollars to their job site. But this is the point. The man who is making 75 USD was able, by the grace of God and from his own hard work, the way he sees life and know where he come from, he was able to purchase a land. And as we speak, that person have gotten or putting foundation on that land. The person who making $200 or $250 is mismanaging their funds. But at the end of the day, he or her is complaining that things are tough. Government is not doing anything. So you see how life is a kind of a dynamic. Nature is nature, but life is just dynamic, kind of static, not stable. So it's up to you as an individual, the way you want to live your life. Yesterday, our people used to say, during those days, I know when Lanko or Lanko, I used to wash my wedding with beer. A man will tell you he was making money those days. But with the kind of money he was making those days that he's boasting to you right now, ask him if he built a bathroom but he told you he was the best person at the time. And some people put their money to use during those same days. So right now, it's up to you, it's up to me, it's up to us. They get some people, like I said, who making small money. But regardless of little as the money or as small as the money is, if it is not coming, that person have had numerous plans. Maybe all of the 7 plans that person had, maybe to buy or have luck. The person have bought it, have luck already, and the person putting some kind of zin around that place so that he or her can be renting, so that the landlord can be talking to them every day. But on the other hand, somebody also making $200 or $300. But guess what? Anytime they get that money, they in club. Anytime they get that money, they from different bars to different bars, restaurant, or they're doing something, you just name them, the red banks. But we here to say life is not good. The system has been damaged. When you and myself are the reasons why the system is damaging. So life is just the way you made, the way you think of it. Somebody call me on 0777-959-959 and tell me, let's share this idea. You know, we come here so we all can lecture. Yes. So the way you think, sometimes you will say, I know where I'm coming from. I know my background, my family background. The way my parents lived yesterday, for which they had to be like this. I can't be like that. Because their time and your time is not the same. So because your parents did not build a house those days when they were living or when they were working, will you not also build house until time meet up with you? Like how you would think, you say, but my mom did it. Or because mama and papa, they had 7, 8 children, so will you do the same? Are you not structuring yourselves? So that's how it is. You can go to a private school. It's up to you to be attentive. You can go to government school. It's up to you to also be attentive. You can go to private school. It left with you. And to not listen to teachers. And at the end of the day, blame your parents, or instead of you blaming yourself, or blame your parents that they didn't do you well, or they never did you well. But when the man or the woman was spending his or her last penny so that he can be somewhere because he or her did not reach thus far, and you was there mismanaging that money. I know a guy that who name I won't mention, who a parent used to put his own school fee in his hand. And when they gave him that money, he will pocket it, or his parent know that he go pay the fees. And he will carry that fee different place. He do different things with it that he want to do at his wish. And he will come home, wear uniform, pretend that he going to school. And when the parents get to know, or when they get to know the information, when they go on the campus, checking in the record book, they will not see the name. But the man is in uniform every day, or the person is in uniform every day. But as such person tomorrow will say he or her is blaming certain government. But they forgot, or they forgot to know what they were doing to themselves. So it's up to you, it's up to us, the way we see life, the way you want to live it. God made you and myself in his image for us to be like him. for us to fear him. He didn't say we must come to make manage things. And then we show we shape blame on maybe him or on the devil. So you can be in a private school, you want to do well, it's up to you. Somebody say, oh, they say that school can teach, so I don't want to go to that school. I want to go to the school that can teach. But you can be your own teacher. You can go to the school that they say can teach and see for yourself why they say that school can teach. Do not be a storyteller. Go and see for yourself. They say, enter the school to know why the people can teach there. But then now you go to the school where they say can teach, get all of the best teachers. When you go there, and then you regret. There's a school one time I went to where the higher school fee in the school at $600 US. I was taking my tour after school. I think at the time school closed some years back. And I sat with the principal of the school. We were discussing. So while we were talking one thing from another, he didn't know that from a radio station. We were lecturing. So parents were coming, trooping in to do the registration because school closed and school were about to open. So they were having small things on the campus, the vacation school, enrichment program, what have you. So this lady came who had her children in the other school that according to her, she was paying $600 for each child. She had 2 children in the school and she was paying that amount. Wow. So, but the money she was paying in the school, she was not getting anything from the kids, from the children. But she heard that this school is good. The school can teach. So that's why she sent the children there. And she was paying that amount. $600 for the 2 kids. I think something like 300, something like that. And the children been in the school for like 3 years. As she was stating to the principal whom I was talking with then. So she was explaining to the man. So all of the time the children been in the school for more 2 years or above, she's not getting no juice. When the children come home, the children lesson, miss copy, they're not propounding the way she want them to. Because as she said, they told her the school is good, the teachers in the school are all good people, But the children not producing what she want with the kind of money she paying. All of the $600, she paying study class fee for them. I think $30 per person. But still, when the children come home, the lesson not correct. In fact, the children handwriting is not good, and you need it. So she decided now to take the children from in the school to send them to another school. It was the school now. The principal and myself were talking how she came. She was explaining. So this day, when she was taking the children from there, the children now were in the other school. She sent them for vacation school, and she was like always checking on them, bringing food during the lunchtime and what have you. So she said the vacation school that the children were improving. Then the school she was paying the $600 in. And so she asked this guy, how much is the school fees, the higher fees? And at the time, the man said his fees were around 8,000 Liberian dollars. So she said, wow, 8,000 Liberian dollars, and I'm paying $600 US for my 2 children, 300 for each. And you are collecting 8,000 to 9,000 Liberian dollars for a whole year. So I think time $600 time that money. And my children here for vacation school, they are understanding themselves than where they were. Their penmanship all coming out to be good. They're reading. But the 2 or 3 years they were in the school, when they come home, they're not reading. They're not writing. And when they ask them, they say sometimes the teachers come to school, teacher doesn't go, or when the teacher go there, he's sleeping or they're sleeping, and they're doing all kinds of things. I'm not here I'm not saying anything against any school, but I just experienced that I had at the time. That the parents were explaining. So you see how parents or how schools are like, or how you, the children, we looking. So, and that's why some of us are like, or some of you parents looking like. You take huge money and spend it to a certain school, or in the name of the teachers in the school there are all good teachers, or the school is good, the school teaches well. And the children go there, they're declining, they're not doing nothing. But the backyard school that you overlook, that in your community, are the schools that are doing well for other people's children. But you call them backyard school because they're in your community. Maybe they get seen around, or maybe some of them, you get the teachers going there, they're not wearing kosu. 0777959959 Let's talk school issues. Let's talk. So we degrade ourselves. You send a child, or you send the children to the one, and you say they're doing better, they're doing well. Go to school this, go to school B, school A, because they does well. And you leave school F, you say that backyard school. So she ended up taking her children, to cut a long story short, from the school that, according to her, she was paying the $600, which is $300 for a child, because she had 2 children there. And she brought the children to the school that she sent them during the vacation time, that the children were improving. What the teacher told her, 8,000 plus for a whole year. So do you know how many change from $600 US that she was spending at the time for children that were not doing anything? Right now, check $600 US. I know time they rate or pay your rates. And that's what some of us parents are doing around here. But I've come to let you know that school have closed, or school is closing again. And school should resume probably September. So the children got limited time to maybe sit around, and for you parents again to hang around for money where you didn't put it, because you want the best out of the children. And that's why we are telling you what have been some of your experience from the rest of the schools. Some of the teachers in some of the schools, they will sit, carry the children home after school. Ain't you all across the road, Jiambo, ain't you all across the road? Okay, just stand down there. When you see any big person, tell them to cross you. At the school you trusted, you send your child or your children in. The teacher is telling the child, you're able to cross the road. But you say the school teaches well, the school does well. And you leave school F, that in your community, or to the other place you call it backyard. But the same school you call backyard that the school senator this graduated from. The school you call backyard school that the school senator that graduated from. The school you call backyard school that the school representative XYZ came from. In a backyard school. And that the representative you running behind today to do 1 or 2 things for you, because he or her is not doing it, so he bad. But that person came from that backyard school. School is closing again, parents. Or school have closed, because I believe some of your children's school closed, maybe for the elementary divisions. It is about time to do your fast checking. Don't mind because the building is good. As the building is good, yeah, it's good. But do they have good teachers? As you see the structure of the building, are the teachers there on path? That's why MOE now is saying teachers now should have lesson before going in the classroom. Is it in your favor as a parents, or you, the students, honor my voice? Call me on 0777-959-959, 0777-959-959, or call me on my own number, 777-353541, 0777-353541, 0777-353541, 0777-959-959. Will you send your child to the big school, the big name school, where the child will go there and he's not doing anything or they're not doing anything? Let's take this person. Hello? Your name and where you call from?
Calling from 5th Street.
5th Street. What's your name?
Moses Silo.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, what he's saying is very important. Yes, I listen to the talk show, everything, it makes sense. You know what we carry to the parents is that yes,
Okay.
so the school, the good school, and the school, they can wear good uniform, the uniform clean, the clean shining, all one there, just that. But don't forget the Bayer school that you are discussing that the Bayer school is not somewhere where you can see people being guided from. Then we can see people who more attention, yes, so that people will learn. But the other schooling that you see that this school is important, the school clean, the school building, all one there. The teacher will not go there to go play phone. They will not be focused.
Okay.
Yes. You see, so that they get the parent and also again spoil the children.
Mm-hmm.
Because they will go out with friends. Someone else, they will not be serious. All they feel that, oh yeah, this school at good school. They will be fooling their parents, school at good school. You know that. They will pay the amount of money and time for the test or debate or the grade card at the end you see your son or your daughter card, you'll be surprised. You start regretting.
Okay.
You see, trust me, they know what they were taking now. You see, some of the school where parents pay this amount of money, you see they'll be disappointed in their children. Trust me.
Sure.
Yes. But the school where we're looking, they can call Bayer school. So they say, I don't mind to make Bayer school. Bayer school before teaching there, or is before mission education given certificate, and you call it the school Bayer school, or because the school building it don't get us there, or they don't get clean uniform or whatsoever, or they have to even you the whole year. That the reason that the school will come with flying color.
Yeah.
This also now it don't go, but follow always get the from school when your community. The parent always go there. Parent always there, they are trying to control them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, trying to control them. You know, oh mama, this school I won't go to school. You live in big way. Then you send your daughter or your son all away.
Mm-hmm.
On street to do what? What you want proof? When you if you calculate the transportation, you calculate you put your money in cash bank. End of the year, you know how much saving, how much you spend.
Okay.
So that's why the reason we can manage. People always spend money. Oh, to things. Oh, feed my child. My child on good school. What a child learning.
Sure.
What a child learning. But some children go to school, they can learn. Some they can learn. Some they can pick on, they can learn. But my children, they can be focused.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not good to the grade school where your children are going.
Okay.
Where your children are going there, forget about it.
and nobody child will go there, or children will go there. I want it doesn't matter. The scenario you just gave me. What more people say around US, the schools or children are growing. Now the school are paying 8,000 now. Now she's saying, oh yeah, easy.
Yeah.
So all the year of children are growing. She you can't really all the money she not spend.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they go buy have license.
Of course.
Yes, and see, they not good at that. So they try to respect the school like in the community.
Thank you so much.
Yes, if you don't want to go to the school, if you don't go there, don't say, oh, that Baya school. There's no school called Baya.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, so there's no school they call backyard school. You heard him. So, folks, it's about time I take my essay. So, 28 minutes past 1 o'clock or 1:28 on the other way. So 1:30 I will be out of here, and I think the information has gone forth, and we have said it or nothing else we can say. But we stand our ground, as we told you. We will continue to say it until the education system or sector gets better, because Liberia is all we have, and we cannot go forth. We can't go anywhere in the absence of education. Somebody say education is the bedrock, the watchdog for the society. We agreed that our people says or used to say that they say education is the key to success. And someone says you don't have to go to school, you don't have to be educated before you succeed, which is true. We don't want to doubt that. But again, we'll tell you into it or in everything you do, there must be some level of education. If even it's not, you don't have the opportunity to go to college, but get an education level. So we will stand our ground by the grace of God once life is there to do our best so that the education sector of this country can be a better one. Love Liberia, think Liberia, and build Liberia. So I'll have to leave you with the song. Before I can take my exit, I'd like to leave you with the song. I'd like to say thank you to those of you who follow. Let me take this long caller. In my last caller, hello.
Yeah, the last thing is I don't want to call.
Okay.
The last thing is that you will not see people call on the radio because they're not politics.
Of course.
Yes, they're not politics, but just now is a politics, but you're discussing. Which is a lot of people calling on the video.
Definitely. Thank you.
Yeah, because like education, things there. So you don't see one concept.
Okay.
1 or 2 calls. So don't waste your time.
Definitely.
Yeah. But generally, in politics,
yeah.
you see call coming through. But we're not benefiting. You see call coming through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not politics. That's why you say. So that's why you guys are not calling. But it's good. Maybe other guys have to job, other people doing other things. But it's good. Call me on 0777. That's my own number. Maybe you have other issues about school. Talk when you call me, talk to me about school business, right? Because that's my program. That's why it states. So my own number, somebody requesting 0777 353541 0777 353541. That's my number there. 777 353541. The one we're calling, that's the station's number. And I'm not here. I just kind of present my program. So call me on 0777 353541. So that's it. Like I said, education is what matters to us. Education is what matters to me when we're on a path. Myself, I still learning. I don't know anything. Yeah, and I know both. And I pray by the grace of God to really know it. But join me. Let's learn from one another. Learn from me. Let me learn from you. And together, let's share the idea. With that, we believe that God can be better. Let me join. Mr. Man, are you there?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
I'm getting you loud.
Thank you so much for the presentation. Again, it's important. Education is important, and I hope we can have more time to talk about this, because I heard from many of those students who are sitting for the YA, and the first test, a lot of the students were complaining. So I was kind of surprised. Then why you spend all these days in school? You know, I think it was, I don't know, was it physics, was the first test or something was the first test. But like majority students complaining, oh, the test was this. I said, but then you couldn't remember anything that you learned throughout. But
And some of them, I mean, we small, some of them, like the other one I talk with or I spoke with, said there was no physics, chemistry teacher, I think something like that. And but they saw chemistry the whole time, I think 10 people, I know 4 or 7 people, they never, nobody taught them chemistry.
it's unfortunate. I think one of the problem is the early learning. You know, we have to talk more about that because if the foundation is not solid, I mean, it's very, very devastating for the students. We may blame them. There are many factors, and we need to talk about those issues that are affecting why the government is trying, why other institutions, private institutions are buttressing government. All of us need to put hands together and help, and make sure that the foundation, the child early learning process is very important. Very, very important. If they miss on that, some of us, the war made us, well, unfortunately, we didn't have all the opportunity, but stay yet
Yeah,
with
sure.
determination is also important because I remember at SD on Kent Johnson where I attended and graduated. I only sat for seven subjects, and I passed the seven. Besides, that's the only money I had to pay. you know. So I see some of those students, are you studying for only seven? No, I do it all nine and so forth. I say, okay, but for me, doing my time. I only had the exact money to pay for seven. So, but anyway, we'll continue to talk about this to help our country move forward. But thank you so much. Thanks to all of you who contributed, who call in, and who are listening to the Care 95.9. Catch us again tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow, Sunday. Another wonderful program. Join us. I think that's start at 9 p.m. Liberian time. Join us again. This is the new beginning. Don't forget, let's do it together. And this is how we'd love to leave you today with this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful theme song. Have a wonderful, wonderful, and pleasant time.
When freedom raised her glowing form on Mount Sorato's verdant height, she sat within a doom of a night, met lowering stars and thunderstorms, the star of liberty, unceasing from the waking morn, its banner shields of golden flame, she lifted it in a proud name, and raised her people long for long to know their destiny. The Lone Star forever, the Lone Star forever, oh long may it soar over land and over seas, deserted nor never, uphold it forever, oh shine.